I'm going to show you two ways to do this question. First of all, the quickest way for this relatively small grid, we can consider, right, we have to start at M, but then we can consider the different M's that we can get that have some symmetry. So if we were to rotate this square, it would look the same. It must be that like these kind of all have the same sort of properties. So if we go J and then to one of these M's, actually there are then three options for each. Add those on. You don't have to do this diagrammatically, you might be able to look at it and see it. But with these M's I've circled, there's going to be 4 times 3, 12 different JMCs. Then with the ones on the diagonals, got similar rotational symmetry, so they're going to have the same number of C's that they can reach. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for each of them. Okay, and this diagram actually encapsulates all of the JMCs that we can get. So there's we get J, and then we get to 4 different M's in the corners, and then each one of those can get to 5 different C's. So it's going to be 4 times 5 JMCs in total, which gives 20. And if we add those up, it gives us an answer of 32. Now onto a second method. I actually don't recommend this one for this problem, but it is great if you start looking at a larger grid. So in this question, I'm going to work out all the different ways of getting to the squares, essentially, remembering that it is, we're having to go outwards because we're actually trying to get JMC. So there's one way that we could start at J, and actually there's one way that we can then get to each of the M's, okay, because they have to be the second square. All right, but this is where it's going to get a bit more interesting. So there's only one way we can get to each of the ones on the corners. Okay, and that is just to go JMC and so on, JMC. But for this one here, I could either go JMC or I could go JMC. There's going to actually be, that's it though, there's going to be two ways. And that's going to be the same here, 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 around like that. Okay, that just leaves us the ones here, and actually there's going to be JMC, but JMC, JMC, there's actually three ways here for each of these ones. So if I want to know the total number, I'm actually going to add up, it's going to be these that I add up basically, not the ones in the middle. So I've got 4 ones, I've got 8 twos, that's going to give me 16, and I've got 4 threes, that'll give me 12. And in this way, I also get an answer of 32. So if the grid was much larger and it was a bit harder to see all the different possibilities, this would work really well.